Hello everyone, good morning. So we did see some follow through selling in Bitcoin with the stock indexes heavy overnight in Asia, and that was to be expected, but we haven't actually broken down yet. I'm going to start with a Bitfinex chart of Bitcoin and we'll take a look at the others. We haven't broken down because we haven't broken this trend line support yet, but most importantly, we were thinking that maybe we see an ABC correction up, an ABC down, and potentially another leg higher before we continue lower again. And if we are going to do that, this is an equal measured move that we're retesting. So really only new lows at this point, and a breakdown of these combination of support levels around 38.30 at Bitfinex are going to say that we are in our new leg lower at the moment. And otherwise there is at least, we could retest these highs, but potentially another equal leg move higher to around 4,700. If we look at some of the other exchanges, for example, if we look at, say, Binance prices against Tether, we've got the same pattern going on. Here we've got an ABC equal measured move. We haven't yet broken down. We're still holding underneath our resistance, but we haven't broken down yet. So we could still see one more swing higher to retest this resistance at Binance and Tether. It's around 4,400. And again, if we make an equal measured move, around 4,700. So what happens here today is quite important. In other markets, it may be a bit of a quiet day. Let's take one look at one more. Let's take a look at Coinbase. Here, we're still holding this ABC equal measured move level. We're still holding this. It is a bit of a channel. We'll draw it this way. So wedge consolidation here in Bitcoin and no breakdown yet. Potentially we see one more swing upside. Doesn't seem to be people are very fed up, it feels like, at the moment in Bitcoin. There doesn't seem to be too strong of a sentiment either way, and so potentially another rally and another swing higher will shake everyone up. People got quite excited about this first bounce, and this pullback has been a really proper grind. So let's see. Again, in this one, if we break underneath 37.41 and we hold underneath it, then we're going to at least retest the lows, and potentially we're on target still for that weekly 200 moving average. In all of these charts, here's our newly minted weekly 200 moving average at Coinbase. Comes in around 3,100 at the moment. Some of the other exchanges, I think Bitstamp, it's closer to 3,000. So whilst we hold underneath 4,300, we are still looking lower, and that's where our support is. So that's Bitcoin this morning, and I think that we're seeing very similar patterns in Ethereum. I've got Ethereum Euro up at the moment. Let's take a look at it. Here on our hourly, no new lows in Ethereum, just retesting the previous lows at the moment. And again, we could draw this, we'll take this away. We could draw this as trend line resistance this way. It's a little bit more woolly here in Ethereum Euro, but again, ABC correction. If we hold these lows, we could still see another leg higher from here in ETH before this correction is over and the downtrend potentially resumes. If we take a look at ETH against the dollar, we're sitting on this big psychological 100 number, $100 in Ethereum, and that's quite a big deal. I think anybody who traded and made money in Ethereum will think that Ethereum back at $100 is going to be a bargain, never mind what's going on with the ICOs. So again, still not broken down here in ETH dollar and Bitfinex prices. So watching very closely to see what happens at these levels. And if we break down and retest to the lows, my next support here in ETH dollar is around 89.30. So we'll see what happens if we break $100. But I think that psychological number in ETH will be pretty strong.